Hello, Capricorn. Thank you for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. For supportive Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Already shuffled. There's a very amped up energy here. Okay, so let's see where we're going with this. Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. It's all, I have a feeling it's all going to match, isn't it? Yep, which is cool. That's cool. It's cool. There's these three, what is this? Where is this supposed to be? There's like these four cards, but I feel like it's all, like it's a big mesh right here. So I'll just put those there and remember that when I come into it. So, this, what is all this? So, what is going... This is like all in here. Coming into it, there's a lot. Like, this seems really complicated to me. You got the Magician with fruition coming in here right in the beginning. Which is telling me, like, you're on the high point of a situation. Like, you're doing really well. And it's kind of like, you know what, now that we're doing well, let's keep it here. And I feel like when you got Magician with fruition, it's kind of like, we're doing really good, we're at a high point, but you know what? It doesn't have to diminish. We can just keep it, let's try to get it up here and keep it up here. Now that we got it up here, let's keep it up here. Now, again, you're at this high point is where this is starting from. You got the Magician kind of like, want to keep it here, what do we need to do to keep it here? In the environment, the masculine with the Judgment is coming in. Kind of like... situation, there's a lot of work put into it, a lot of hard work put into the situation to get it where it is. And the masculine is saying, all right, we did what needed to be done, but is this a level we can continue at? Like, was this one of those things where we kind of like, we sprinted to the finish line and we're going to need to stop at some point because we can't continue at a sprint? Or did we treat this like a marathon and we've just started the marathon and we can actually continue this going? We have the stamina and energy to keep it going. And that's what's in the environment. What do you actually have to work with? Again, using that running analogy, if somebody sprinted to the end, they expended as much of their energy as they could to get the win. But if they're treating it like a marathon, there's a lot more in the reserves. It's just the question, is the energy there? Are the resources there? Is it still there? Can it be done? Now, what I'm getting in the environment is like people, like they're realizing, you know, they're seeing the need to continue this level, to keep the bar, to keep things at this level, to keep things up here and keep them going at that level. And I'm getting the Page of Swords in the sense of like they're watching and they're not really sure, like I feel like people are nervous, kind of like whoever you're dealing with is kind of like, that's not my thing. I'm not one to continue at this level indefinitely. So I don't know if other people are willing to really do it. But this is at the beginning stages. Like they're seeing your effort and how much you're putting into it. They're just not completely sold with the idea yet. But you have good cards coming in. You got a lot of earth showing up in the environment, which I feel like is a very positive, complementary thing for you. So this could go well. Let's see how it plays out. But like at first blush, they're not sold at continuing at this upper level. I feel like you might have to explain why this is a good idea and how that it can be attained and how it can be a livable situation. Now this is going all over this next. Like it's on your side, it's on the other side, it's what's actually happening. This is blurring right into everything. The 8 of Coins, the 4 of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Wands. So it's almost like you had the Magician card, so I feel like you're a very strong component of this continuing at this higher level and staying at this higher level. But the 8 of Coins is saying, like, yeah, it's keeping it there. It's not quite over, but the question is the 9 of Coins going to show up? The 9 of Coins in this situation is not the actual card, but the sense of, like, is it going to end? Will it end, or can we continue it at this level? How long can we keep it at this level? People are following. They're not against it. They like how it feels. They're kind of having the attitude, we'll keep going with it as long as it works. As long as it works, we'll keep going with it. there's kind of like a follower energy around you, but like you're following into, you're watching other people, you're keeping in with it too. You have some of the follower energy at times, kind of like, oh, this is what other people are doing, and you're getting into that. Like you're a very viable component to the whole thing. Like you're leading when you need to, but you're following when you feel like that's the best thing to do to keep the motor running. You know what I mean? The Four of Cups I'm feeling in there is kind of like, I almost feel like it's kind of the question, like, is this really what we want to do? But I don't see people backing down. But not everybody is really sold on this energy still. So it's still working. It is still working. And I'm getting, like, as this is happening, it seems to be forming. Now, again, we're moving on from this Page of Swords energy in the environment. And I feel like that's reminiscent of that Four of Cups energy, in the sense of, like, not everybody is sold on this idea, but they seem to be keeping up with it. Four cups, you know what I mean? All the cups are good. It's just kind of like, not completely satisfied with it just yet. But it seems to be going that way, because what comes in the environment next is the Ace of Pentacles. The people around you that you need to support this, the ones you need to support this, Ace of Pentacles, they're locking in. That's then going into the Three of Pentacles, and they're working to bring other people up to par. I actually feel like this is going very, very, very well for you. There's a lot of pentacles here, which is extremely good for an earth sign, which is Capricorn. Because you're getting the support. Other people believe in this. Other people want this to happen. You've got the Seven of Pentacles with the going into the Ten of Pentacles. Now, I know we showed the Eight of Pentacles before, and I'm giving you a lot of numbers here. But you're not looking at this like, can we keep it going? How much longer can we keep it going? That's not your viewpoint. The Seven of Pentacles is like, I'm digging in and I will keep this going. I'm getting in for the long haul. That's how you're going about it. You're getting in for the long haul. You're getting right into it for the long haul. You're creating an environment of success and of fruition, and you're showing other people like how much there is to gain from this, and like why throw away a good thing? It's going so well. There's so much to be gained from this. If we just keep putting in the effort, we'll keep getting stuff out, and that's not always true of life. Sometimes you put in a lot of effort and you don't get bupkis. In this situation, you're putting in the effort and you're getting the reward back from it. Don't look this like as a gift. Look at it as a gift, I guess. But look at it as like, as long as you put in the effort, you can still have this. This doesn't always happen in life. You can put in a lot of effort and still end up with nothing. Or it could diminish anyway. That's not the case here. You're putting in the effort and you're getting out a lot. When you have one of these situations, you should honor it. And I feel like that's what you're showing with other people. Other people are realizing this, and I feel like it's filling the void. It's filling the void. They're showing the void card, but I feel like you're making your case with people, saying, listen, look, it keeps going. We can keep going. We can keep getting these great payoffs, this great output from this. We just have to keep putting in the effort. We'll keep getting back this great reward. That's all we need to do is keep putting in the effort. And that's the Emperor card. Like, you're making sense to people. You're making your case. You're showing and you're leading by example. You're doing the same thing yourself. You're like, no, I'm getting out of this because I'm putting into it. And this is a situation where we can have it. You're filling the void. I find this very interesting, but it's all the cards around this that's showing me that's what they're saying. You're filling the void, and you're showing how that void can be filled. You're also waking people up saying, would you rather let this go and restart something else from square one? You're addressing the void as well. Kind of like, all right now we're doing good. Right now we got the Knight of Cups. We're very happy, we're very comfortable, we're getting what we want. It's filling the void, but also, if we give this up, if we stop putting in this effort, we're going to return to the void. If we stop putting in the effort, we will return to the void and have to start off new and start a new project and work towards another situation. Have to work towards it again. Do we really want to do that? Just start off from square one again and start off with another void that we have to fill. People are working with this. I feel like that void information, that void moment, is really where you're winning the last of them over. Whoever else you need to win over, you're really winning somebody over, that's for sure. Because that's where the Knight of Pentacles shows up. In the environment, somebody seems to understand what you're saying. Kind of like, we can keep working and keep getting the payoff, or we can let this slide away and then wait for something else to start and start off at square one. And how much fun is that? Like, I don't know how else to explain this. I think you get it, though. It's like, we're at the barbecue, we're at camp. If we just keep the camp going, we keep it we keep tending to it, take care of things that need to be taken care of, this camp can serve us for years to come. But if we just treat it as if it's a place to have a fun time now and just leave it and let it go to crap, then it's going to go to crap, and we're not going to have this place to have fun anymore. We're going to have to find somewhere else. We're going to have to build up someplace else to have a good time. Keep what we have. Make good of what we have. Honor what we have. All right, so there's a couple sevens popping in here, which it could be a July feel. I mean, I'm not one to hold to times or dates, but there's a 7, there's a double 7 here that's really like some type of 7 is showing up here. Somebody like the 7th year anniversary, that might be the thing too, by the way. So the 7 of Wands is showing up on your side. The 7 of Cups is in the environment. People are trying to bring forth different ideas. It's almost like things are going well. Things are really in a high point. And people are like, yeah, we're doing really good. But, maybe we don't have to start back at square one. Maybe we could just change what we're doing and get a different result. But we can just slowly change it into something else. I don't see you really wanting that, really. My first thought is that's not really what you're thinking. Like, they're trying to work it to your advantage, kind of like we can slowly change it over to something else, but I don't see you really liking that. The 7 of Pentacles, nope, is it Pentacles? It's Wands. 7 of Wands is kind of like you're trying to stand your ground and keep things on point. People are coming forward with a lot of ideas, but I feel like you're trying to keep it like, no, this is working. Like, it almost feels like you have to like push on people. Like, this is working. Hello, this is working. If we start messing with it, we could lose it all. We could lose it all if we mess with it. It's working. Let's keep it. Let's hold to it. There becomes a point where other people are pushing forth other ideas. They're trying to change things up. I don't feel like you're the biggest fan of this. I really don't. But the 3 of Wands will show up sooner or later, is what I'm getting. Sooner or later, the situation is going to have to change in some respect. What they're saying, why this reading could be very important for the person that this really hits for, know that change is coming. Know it's coming, but have control of it. Realize things will have to change. The 3 of Wands is coming. Patience is saying it doesn't have to change fast. It doesn't have to be a big, quick change. It can be a big change over time. It will probably be a big change one way or another. But it's gonna go over time. It's gonna slowly evolve over time. You need to be in control of this. The King of Swords is on your side. Once you realize it's happening, I don't know. I mean, maybe difficult to like it, but if you embrace it, you have control. Things can still be successful, but you have to embrace it and realize it will happen. And you have to, like, as long as people want to change, it'll still be out there. You know what I mean? It has to be enough of a satisfaction to people feel like things are different. So you got to find out what they really want. So they're saying when this starts happening and you start seeing people bring forth these ideas of change, what do the majority of them really want? And how can you acceptably bring that in to where you can keep success but change it enough to where it goes the way these other people want without losing that success? They're saying it's going to take you like accepting that change is coming, but then start absorbing, like, what is it that people really want? Why do they want change? Where do they want to go with this? And once you realize that, you can very slowly start edging it that way in a way that you can be like, well, let's see if this will be successful. We'll just slowly move it over this way. It seems to be working. I got to go a little farther. Like, you have to embrace it. You have to realize you have to keep working towards it. If you embrace it, this can work out very, very well. But the more you embrace it, the better it'll go. If you don't embrace it, you got the Empress in the environment. The Emperor and Empress in my brain outrank King and Queens. Because Emperor and Empress, they're over many kingdoms. King and Queens are over their own kingdom. That's how I view it in my brain. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying that's how it works in my brain. So I'm like, if you don't satisfy the change, if you don't move it forward and embrace it yourself, somebody else will. This is your opportunity to be the one in control and to hold on to that success for as long as possible. And I feel like that's the thing. They're like, you can have control. You can be the one in control and assure success. I hope I said that right. They're just saying you have to embrace it, though. If you have to embrace it for this to happen. And you can. You have it in your power to do so. All right, I think we're there. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.